Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to some more action here on the ESL Pro League Season 17 Conference. Well, an Overpass. It's the second match between Nine and Permitta. This is Nine's map pick, and well, looks like they're starting off with a bang. Hadass is going to be able to get the first kill. Goofy is going to get dropped down. It's going to be trades back and forth on this front. Don't see too much on that front, but you know, two players left on the side of Permitta looking to try and clutch us out, but it looks like it's not going to be the case. ISO is going to be left in a very difficult spot in a 1v4. Picks up the first kill. Killer goes down. But now he has to try and pick up the rest, and he's only got a limited amount of bullets in that gun. He does know where he is. Goes in for the tag, but unable to hit him so far. Minio does go down, but unfortunately, there's only so much you can do as a single player.
It was trades back and forth, and then it wasn't. Nine very quickly took control of the situation there, as expected on their map pick, and as expected after the performance that we saw on Ancient. So it's a good start. And of course, being able to win out that round means that they're going to have a very healthy bye into this round as well. Quite a bit of utility to play with. Permitta opting not to force up. We have spoken about that a few times. You know, the kind of risky play of forcing after losing the first round. But I think given that they're playing up against a team that seems to be a little bit on that higher level than they are, rather than take the risk, try and make sure you've got some cash into the next round and you can buy a little bit more comfortably.
Harsh, but fair.
Yeah.
True. Well, I think Olymp just glimpsed here, and it's going to be Goofy and P who just push up through. And it's going to slaughter this team. Not really too much you can expect here from Permitta's side. Being able to get damage onto them is fantastic, but that's going to be all she wrote. And we move on. Third round. Let's see if, what Permitta are going to be looking to opt in for here.
Ooh, AWP out. Lena did some really good stuff with that on the previous map, but wasn't really given the space to shine. It kind of felt like there was something brimming there under the surface, a really good AWP player that, with a little bit more space, could get a lot more done. And of course, the majority of that play happened on their T side. Now on the CT side, we might get to see him come alive a little bit more.
Hopefully. Having only 3 smokes, or even less. Well, it was 4 smokes, even less now. No flashes. It's going to be difficult. They can make this work for them, but they need some early kills here. Try to get that dominant sort of side going, get the man advantage, as it were. If they can get that, they might stand a chance. But it does seem like Nine are going to be grouping up nicely, pushing down towards this short position near toilets. Goofy's going to get tagged. That's 17 HP left thanks to the AWP. You need to back off a few of the CTs. Minio does go down, so gets 1 kill before getting picked up. Goofy is still alive, low HP at the moment. Molotov's going to be coming in. SNX is going to be in a good position, but they could go for the pre-fire if they so wish. But no, it's going to be looking to back off from this position. They don't have a crazy amount of... well, they have no information down over towards B.
Yeah.
Either team at the moment, so they're both playing fairly blind.
And this was interesting from start to finish. They took a lot of control over on the A side, forced the CTs, Permitta all the way back, basically into their spawn. Pulled back, and they're faking a B rotate. So they're going to re-aggress in onto A, but Permitta haven't bought into this. This is a weird choice.
Oh, SNX is going to be able to go huge. Picks up 2, and Olymp with 1 for himself. And now last player left alive is going to be Hadass, who needs to run for the hills. If he dies after time at the moment, it would not be a good look. He would end up going through the next round of only 3.3k, but instead, thanks to having 1-2 rounds so far, they've got enough cash in the bank to be able to buy into this next one.
So, yeah, some really weird choices made in that round by Nine. Didn't make a whole lot of sense, but... well, we look to the future. They're still able to buy in, of course, after only losing 1 round, and that previous round was basically a bit of a bonus. So they're able to buy into this quite nicely. They do have to sacrifice a little bit of that utility, unfortunately, but Permitta coming out on top of that round is massive for them. They're able to reinvest in and still have that AWP in hand, so still have an opportunity to try and bring this, well, to try and swing things in their own momentum.
An opportunity.
get out.
Good film. Hades, I'm expecting some decent results from him into this map, but you know what? Right away, being able to get one round on the board is a good showing from Permitta, but it's about the follow through. They struggled with this on their map pick, which was Ancient, and they fell apart at the seams. So now they're gonna have to do a lot of work to be able to try and bring it back on Overpass, a map that is not their pick. And if Nine can get a chunk of rounds on the T side, they're gonna be laughing all the way to the bank. We're going to be seeing a push over towards the B site. Flash going to be coming out. A good spot, but not good enough. He does get a decent amount of damage, but 0 kills, and that really is going to be the difference maker here. Flash going to be coming out. Olymp gets one, but the trade-off is going to be huge. Goofy knows where this player is. Has limited amount of bullets. Has to reload, but he's done the damage. He's done the difference here. Hades is going to be in a difficult spot, and right next to these barrels, the kill comes through. SNX is going to be able to get a double before getting traded out. Killer gets one, but right away, the swing comes through. Oh no, Hades. Sneaky beaky like catches this player off guard who just completely unaware of his surroundings.
That was so messy. Nine do a really good job of recovering, keeping control, let me rather say. And Hades down to the 1v1. My heart kind of stopped for a moment there. I wasn't 100% sure if, you know, how that was going to end up. You got ISO, there's a smoke right in his face. Is he looking in the right direction? And no, unfortunately, looking the complete wrong way. And like you said, Hades super sneaky. Their position is completely unknown. That's a nice little round win. And of course, forcing Permitta back down onto upgraded pistols. This is great for kind of stemming any sort of momentum Permitta were trying to create.
Oh, first kill is going to be from Minio. Up in towards this position. Trade comes out. I'll take that. Well, I would if I was them. That'd be pretty good. Not unable to go get the gun. That's the worst part of that. But at the end of the day, it would take out a player in a nice trade-off when you're, you know, upgraded pistols. Anything you can do to try and keep Nine out of being dominant in regards to the economy, which is really like the aim of the game. If you're on the T side on this map especially, is that if you can really dominate the economy, it's just an easy round after round for you unless something crazy happens. So let's see. 45 seconds left on the clock. Seems like we're gonna get an A hit. Key takes down ISO. And I mean this should, you know, be round, so there's no one on site to be able to try and stop them from getting the plant. Smokes are still going to be used. Got to respect your enemies. Make sure to use these. Although Goofy, that smoke was a little bit questionable, but still goes for it nonetheless. Pistol's not going to be working out in Casey's favor. Unable to hit those shots. Oh, Key. Almost took a lot of damage then. Olymp falls last. Fairly obvious round. One player lost on the side of Nine.
Permitta able to buy in again. This is where I kind of start to look for some sort of change and adaptation, for some sort of resurgence, right? They did well on the third round when they were able to buy in. They had a little bit of an advantage into that one, and they take control quite nicely. Then, unfortunately, they lose the round, and they're back down onto pistols, and it's very difficult to gain some sort of footing. Now back into an actual buy. Yes, okay, the utility is very lackluster, so it'll still be very difficult to find some footing for themselves. But I do like how they've taken some really strong map control here. They've left mid relatively open, but if somebody rotates in, it should be picked up quite quickly. Hopefully this better control will net them perhaps another round win.
Connect is completely left. Like I said, very little mid control. Well, no mid control actually from obviously Permitta's side. And it's not being explored too much at the moment by Nine. They're just trying to wiggle their way in towards the B site at the moment. You can see the smoke down in towards the monster position, but they're just waiting on the other side of it. Headshot could come through. Goofy, so close. It's going to be Casey. He's going to be looking to go for the swing. Gets a spray down, but doesn't get a single kill. That flash was detrimental. Now SNX is going to have to try and get some kills from up in heaven, but unable to achieve that, and Hades was actually flashed by his own teammates. Utility there slowed it down a little bit, but not permanently. And they're able to go in and get this, and this is going to be a 5-man successful round here from Nine's side. unless any extra frags do come out, which I don't imagine there will be.
Control is actually quite important. 9 gets so much information, so much space, excuse me, for themselves. And as much as there's quite a bit of control over towards A, particularly down A long, B itself is left pretty unguarded. And 9 are able to take advantage of that with, like, such ease. It's a little bit gross. Permitta, 3 players forced to save here. This was a round that I was expecting to see some adaptation, expecting to see some changes, maybe something to kind of bite back a little bit, but no. 9, once again, just completely have the run around. And okay, it's not a 5-person at the end there. They do lose the 1 player, but ultimately, it doesn't make a huge difference. Permitta back down, forced to force, I suppose. Not looking good. Very worrisome here.
Yeah, being able to save those weapons is fantastic, but at the end of the day, I mean, they need rounds. I mean, 6 rounds. Like, if 9 can get 6 rounds on the board, it's going to be looking super good for them. I mean, it already is, to be honest. We're 7 rounds in. They've got 5 rounds. See if Permitta can do anything to try and change the direction that this game seems to be heading in. We saw them do fairly well towards the end of that last match, but it was still a massive drop off. Is going to be in a good position. The CTs play aggressive, straight into the hands of Key, who just takes him down, knocks him like a bowling ball to pins. And now, well, that's going to be the B side lost, and it's going to have to be a save from ISO and Lena. And you have to think, I mean, do they go for the plant, or do they go for the hunt of these players? There is a world in which they go for that, but at the end of the day, that's a little bit too dangerous.
Yeah, I think the hunt is definitely unnecessary. It's nice, you know, just kind of send a message. But rather not risk it. Rather just make sure you're going into the next round as flush as possible so that if something happens, you're good to go. ISO, on the other hand, he does want to hunt a little bit, so that's going to be 1 less weapon taken into the next round. But again, it's not really going to make the biggest difference in the world.
Why?
What? Yeah.
Come on, Lena. That was just questionable at best. But we are going to be seeing the last one left alive. He does manage to get a kill. They are going to be going in for the push against him. Recovers the AWP and should stay alive with this unless something crazy happens. Please don't push into that smoke. Oh, my heart was getting palpitations from that style of play. I think, yeah, Lena was playing far too greedy there. That is not an angle you needed to go and push.
But I mean, props to them for being able to hold on to the AWP. And I think 9 are kind of kicking themselves a little bit that they allowed that to happen. But given the buy, if you can call it that Permitta are coming through with, yeah, I don't think that they're terribly concerned. Lena, I spoke about how he felt like the kind of player where if he had a bit more space, he could do a bit more. And unfortunately, again, on this map, just, oh my god!
Instantaneous. 1 for 1.
Ferrari peak from Narnia.
Yeah, it's just an instantaneous trade. And I mean, again, like right off the bat, this is looking like it's going the way of 9, but that could change. Who knows? I mean, SNX has got this AWP in hand. Lena did go down, 0 kills. ISO managed to find 1. Casey with the Deagle could find Key, who is on a very low HP, 15 to be exact. But you're moving away, giving away this position. City given killer. Managed to grab that kill as well. Olymp is going to fall to the waistline. Casey going to be coming up from behind, and the actions of the turtle in that situation. And SNX gets flushed out down toilet as well.
Oh man, come on, Permitta. I keep holding out hope that we're going to have a really good round from them. But they give up so much space, and they just get completely overrun round after round. They're so slow to react when something happens, but I think that a lot of that has to do with the fact that 9 are just that aggressive. I talk about intent. 9 absolutely have intent. When they commit, they rush in, and Permitta just don't have the time to respond, I suppose. That's a little heartbreak. Oh no, not again.
Unfortunate timing, but you know, you have to set yourself up to fall like that. Lena can be trying it again with the AWP. Had us with his own. Lena is going to be able to get a kill on Minio. That is fantastic, but I don't know if it's going to be worthwhile. Oh, them does take down the player. He's going to be following up behind them. Can't a killer. Finds Lena. Doesn't get the kill though, but Goofy does follow it up with a couple of targets. Kills him. Key the B side. Managed to find one, almost two. SNX is going to be the last player. They know exactly where he is. Key plays aggressive. Unfortunately, fall down on that front. SNX gets the kill. And you know what? SNX has been playing decently well. I just think there's a bit of an issue with the team cohesion here. Casey's on 0-8 at the moment. Lena's on 2-7. We've seen some greedy players from the play, or misjudgments, I guess. Not greedy. That's probably the wrong use of words, but it is disappointing, especially if obviously Ancient was their map pick and they did fall to the side. They are going to have another opportunity if they do lose this map, but we're not there at that point yet. Is it still possible for them to come back from this, Sam?
Permitta? They're on the CT side of Overpass, and they've managed to pick up one round. I don't think so. I feel like we talk about that magic number of 6 or 7, and it's still doable. I mean, they could win a few more rounds and get themselves to that point, but from the performance that they've shown us over the last 9 rounds, I just don't see it happening. The utility usage has been pretty lackluster. They give over unreal amounts of space, as I mentioned previously. And when they do attempt to bite back, the utility response from 9 completely shuts them down. A great example is when they tried to be aggressive through Monster. And instantly, so they push out into Monster blind, but a flash comes through from 9, which gives over that initial kill. It's something so small, but it completely shuts down a round where you might have had an opportunity.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a higher level play.
Yeah.
And whenever we see Permitta get a kill, it's usually traded. And quite often it's not just 1-1, it's then 1-2, which is a bad trade. Obviously, Key does go down, SNX, but again, like I said, just instantaneously just traded off. Slightly different kind of round, obviously, with there being a, you know, not a perfect buy round or anything, it's just a partial buy on this. Just looking to go in for the aggressive push, but Minio does steal that one away. Oh, he turns around, so a bullet to the dome. The Kwandi coming out. Lena. Like some good fights coming through on this. He's looking to try and do what he can, and he might be able to get a kill. Just misses out on the opportunity. His teammate does go down, but we managed to find a killer. Then it goes out to the AWP on Hadas, who has been doing very well so far. 9-11 on the T side.
Jeez. I don't know. I think I'm losing faith, you know? I was kind of holding out hope. Okay, I suppose in that previous round it wasn't the best buy. So maybe into this round, double AWP setup, you know? Maybe they can make some space here for themselves at last. We're seeing some presence over towards mid. This is good. Bit of aggression here as they start to push out.
Oh. This is where Permitta have to not drop a single round. If they want to stand a chance on the T side, being able to bring this back, this is where they have to put their foot down and refuse to drop anymore. Olymp is in a good position. That's 2 guns that have been given away. He is now going to be able to push on through, but ISO takes down 2 for his trouble. Casey finally gets a kill on the board. Oh, that must have been frustrating. Finally, though. Breaking that seal. Minio going to push through the smoke. I don't think he really cares. A flash comes through as well. That is absolutely brutal, but unfortunately, he doesn't peek fast enough. He's going to pull down. Goofy goes for the aggressive play, finds one. He's now in a 1v3 instead of the 1v4, but he's going to carry on straight playing into their hands. And he's going to fall to the wayside. And that is another round on the board, the first in a long time for Permitta.
I mean, I think ISO got like 4 kills in that round? I mean, he went absolute monster mode. Did really, really, really well in that one. And this was better again. Better map control. It looked like they were using a lot of better utility as well and actually pivoting off of the utility that they were able to lay down. And as 9 started to push in, they had some pretty good crossfires available. Like, this is what we needed to see from them 6 rounds ago. But they are starting to show those signs of life. And if they can string the next few rounds together, the next 4 rounds together, then they might still be in with a chance.
Yeah, I think ISO got 2, Casey got 2, and I can't remember who got the third one. I mean the 5th one there, but good round. Yeah, I mean like you're saying. See if they can use their utility a little bit better here. Lane is going to be backing off AWP, playing A site by themselves. They've got a second AWP. SNX. See if we can make use of that. They have lost control of mid and long, and also obviously this tunnels area connector. It's a slow game. I do like this from 9. We saw this on Ancient where they would change up their tempo and it would definitely put Permitta off. Good smoke from Olymp is going to distract him a little bit, but Key's going to be the key sort of positional here. And I don't think he's going to quite expect the AWP to be perched up here on this wooden pallet. So he's going to need a flash to be able to enter in. And I'm not really seeing that many flashes. Killer has 2. So this is like an opportunity for him. I'm not quite sure where he's positioned. SNX going to be going in for the aggressive peek in towards tunnels, potentially. Going to be open to getting shot if he's not careful. The kills come through. He gets 1, but Minio gets the second. Well, the trade-off on this front. Olim's going to be hiding down into water. They're going to drop down on towards him. He finds one. Somehow grasp onto the second one, but Hadas gets a close kill here, and now it's going to be a 1v1 here. AWP versus AWP. The bomb is down. Hadas is looking to clutch this out, goes for the spin, doesn't quite get it. It's going to be the USP, but the no-scope, he comes in. His debut is to try and win a clutch, and he does it fantastically.
That was unreal, man. Permitta did so much. Okay, to be fair, they give up a ton of the map control, which straight off the bat, I'm looking at this and I'm going, come on, guys. Like, you've learned better than this now. But they give up all that map control, and they're still able to fight it back so close to that 1 versus 1. But Hades, in the 1v1, AWP versus AWP, he comes out on top. In the most ridiculous way possible, because he gets tagged up. The USPS comes out, and a tickle would shut him down and win the round for Permitta. But he's able to pull off the most disgusting no-scope. And this, again, the level of skill for a team that's coming through from challenges, not just as a team, but on an individual level, is just insane.
Oh, he is just absolutely obliterating them. Laden's last one left alive, and he's running for the hills right now. He wants nothing to do with this. So this is going to be the 11th round on the board here for 9, and this is fantastic. I am really enjoying this play from them. A little bit disappointed in Permitta's, I guess, failure on this front, but at the same time, obviously we've talked about the fact that 9 have been playing at a higher level in some regards versus Permitta, and Hadas comes into this. Obviously, you haven't played at some of the top level very briefly in tier 1. And is now like, okay, guys, I'm gonna join a team, and we're gonna slap some faces in the ESL Pro conference, and that's exactly what they're doing so far.
Yeah, gonna mess some stuff up and doing an exceptional job. And of course, it is very much a team effort. This doesn't feel like one player that's just absolutely dominating. And even if it was, I wouldn't even say it was Hades, right? Like, he's playing his role very well. He's doing what he's meant to do. But everyone else on the team are performing as well. Key has been exceptional. Goofy as well. I mean, there've been some really, really standout moments here across the board. And I mean, the scoreline just goes to show it, right? They're at that higher level of play. Feels like they just can't be stopped right now.
Yeah, Key has really been absolutely detrimental to the side of Permitta.
A key player?
A key player, yeah. Oh, you finally got one in.
Yeah. I gotta live up to you at some point.
Hey, you know, I don't want to feel alone up here doing all these puns. But Olymp, again, that first initial kill onto Minio is great, but you know what? Minio's been doing a good job of being a little bit of a distracted player. Killer! How? Olymp, come on, bro. 8 HP left on him. You're gonna get dinked. That was unfortunate, but you know what? It's giving you some information. Now, what are you going to do with the Permitta? You know that there's some potential play over towards the A site. And if you look through the past times in which there has been some form of aggression over towards the A site, they've every single time they've actually hit over towards the A site. if they've shown any kind of aggression, they've followed through with it. They've not gone in for any long or ridiculous rotations. They've gone in for the straightforward plays, which could change. Which looks like it may be changing as I'm saying this.
Love it when teams do that.
Wow, and they are going to be playing right into the hands of this team, but you know what? They don't have too much to play with. It's going to be the MP9, finds one, goes in for the second one, but he misses the shots. He was in the air, you had every opportunity, and now it's going to be Lena, rather. The AWP looking to try and get these kills, finds the bomb holder. Now he's going to have to hold up against Hadas if he wishes, but instead gives up his permission, goes down, but SNX is here to shine. Last player, Goofy, falls to the wayside. Third round on the board. Oh, that was close. That was the 14th round. Now we go into the final round of this half.
I think what's so funny about that round is that had they continued with their pattern of if they show aggression towards A, they go get A. If they had stuck with that pattern, they probably win the round. But instead, they fake it. They head over towards the B side. They think, okay, we've conditioned. We've led them to believe that if we show some signs of life at A, then we're going to hit A. So they think that it's going to pull a rotation, and it doesn't. That's an interesting read from Permitta, I'll be honest, but hey, it works out.
Olymp, ISO, question mark? What are you doing?
What doing?
Casey, what are you doing, bro? Oh, that molly was actually pretty good, but... Oh, spray through the wall could have come through. Doesn't quite happen. I do have questions there. I mean, Olymp, ISO, I mean, they've effectively... I mean, I don't want to be brutal, but that was very disappointing. And they had an opportunity there to catch a playoff. Doesn't quite get it. And they might just sign to go for the rotation up towards A, but that would be the wrong mistake. Obviously, we have, you know, extra information compared to these players.
Yeah.
Casey instead is going to sit right next to Monster with an MP9 versus 3 players. Has he got it in the bag? Probably not. But there's always the opportunity to try. Flash comes out. A little bit of a distractive play, potentially. They may decide to go towards A now. They've not managed to find and fish out any more information. And that seems to be the case as they rotate up on over. SNX is going to be on the A site towards Bank. Looking and waiting for them to push. And unfortunately, he's not going to be in a position to deny them the plant. As the smoke comes out, he's going to push through it. And this should be read like a book, I'd imagine. He peeks around the corner, gets headshot, but returns the favor in kind. And now it's a 2v5 with one of players with an MP9 and 10 HP. Lena is going to be playing straight into the hands of the opposition here. AWP in hand is going to be rushing up. And unfortunately for him, Killer's right next to him. Casey, low HP. Make that even 0 because that is going to be the final round of this half. Permitta, only 3 rounds on the board, 12 on the side of 9. We're going to go into a quick break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the second half on Overpass, Permitta Esports versus 9. Permitta fighting for their lives. A long uphill battle ahead of them if they want to get this to a map 3 and 9. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to let that one happen.
Yeah, let's see if some of these players can get some kills on the board. And, well, I'm talking about Permitta, not 9. Oh, they're able to get onto the site and they're able to plant, and that Molotov is going to delay this potential push. And recovery, Minio is going to be pushed up here. Potentially not the player I would choose to boost, but he was in the right place at the right time, so I guess that's the right call. And this is amazing. Permitta are just not looking in that spot at all. That's a good run boost. And now they're going to be going in for the peak. Killer going to be able to get a double kill. Going in for the triple. This is absolutely huge. Case is falling down. Olip's the last one left alive in a 1v2. How has this gone from 0 to just 100 in a couple of seconds here? But Olip is going to be able to find a kill now. Hadass, last one left alive, but the bomb is not planted in a safe spot for him. So he has to go for the peak, and unfortunately for him, Olip is here. The hero that Permitta needed.
Honestly, yeah. Needed is the word in that particular case, right? And even then, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced it's going to be enough. They win themselves the pistol round, and that will give them a little bit of a boost into this half. It will give them a chance, a stay of execution. But they're going to have to pull so much more through on this.
Brutal. Stay of execution.
Yeah, I mean... even the force here from 9 is so telling. We spoke about it, right? Permitta weren't willing to do it. 9, on the other hand, they know they're the better team. So, you know.
What a round, though. Killer. Doing what he could for his team, getting 3 kills. Absolutely fantastic, but not enough. 9 dropped their first round on their CT side. And Permitta, given a slither of hope here, Sam. And if they want this, they're going to have to prove it. They're going to have to go absolutely ham. And, well, next is positive on his KD at the moment. ISO is just sitting at 1 at the moment. So he's just neutral. But the rest of the team have been a little bit lackluster. But on the T side, they can potentially play into, well, aggressive plays, which could work for them. 9. They have an opportunity here. Decent amount of utility, but I think they're going to need to use this early on. But Hadass is in a great position, gets the first kill, plays into this, plays aggressive, a little bit too much. AC's able to get the kill. Minio is going to have to back off, puts down the grenade, follows up with an A1. Kill goes in for the second one. Deagle as well, but it doesn't matter. His teammates are here, and it's like lambs to the slaughter. Permitta, they're walking around, confused, wondering where they were. That
force, that high risk that came with so much reward. It's actually, it's a little gross. I mean, they had no right in getting so much value off of a gamble stack over towards that A site, right? But that one rifle that gives them that little bit of extra firepower, and Permitta, like you said, lambs to the slaughter. It's the best way of putting it because, well, they all ran in like sheep. Now they're down onto upgraded pistols. And what looked like a shining moment after that first pistol round is slowly fading into obscurity.
They gave us hope. And then quickly it was snatched away. Hadass with that first initial kill, played aggressive. Traded by Casey, but next for the kill of his own. Second one as well. Gets shut down. And you can see SNX happy with himself. Doing the usual up and down motion with his camera to show that he's a little bit happy. And now he has an upgraded gun, able to pick it up off his teammate. And 2v3, is this possible? Yes. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Key has an opportunity to come up behind them. He decides not to. His teammate Goofy's going over towards long. Minio just has to play for information. If he plays too aggressive, this could be the end. But if he just waits for them, even going into a post-plant situation, this could be good. But if they make 0 noise and go down below, this is huge. Smart play coming in from this team. And they're just sneaking all the way past. Never mind. Minio able to get 1 kill, and that's all that matters. And if I'm just going to double check this. That was his 7th kill. Okay, he started this half off with 4 and managed to take up to 7.
Almost doubled his kills.
He did the job. He turned around in just in the nick of time.
That's rough though, because that seemed like it could have been a really good idea. And cut short, cut down in its prime. Unfortunately, weren't able to salvage that round into something usable. 9 are 1 round away from match point. Permitta back down onto Tech 9s and 2 Deagles with the bare minimum of utility available to them. Key just spamming spray and pray. It's not even a prayer at this point. So much damage already laid down onto Lena.
Killer's in a great position behind them. 1, 2, 3. Nope, can't quite do it. ISO takes him out of the equation, but they've now only got 2 players, and Lena is going to be on low HP. ISO proving himself a solid player, and as I say, that key falls to the wayside, and that is not an easy kill to get whatsoever. Later, he waited up behind, gets the kill and the bomb, and now Goofy, he's going to be playing aggressive. Almost catches him off guard, but no! ISO's there. They've read 9 like a book. They preempted the aggressive push from behind.
Wow. Well done. I mean, I don't know if I would have called that. I think that it's a really, really impressive move to realize that 9 like to do that. They like to circle around and push out from behind. So they wait for that to happen, and they're able to pivot off of that and get themselves in onto the side. It's a great round. It's one of those shining lights in what has otherwise been a very lackluster series. But hopefully it can turn into something. Again, 9 have gone for a force like they did on that second round, except this time around they're bringing in the scout as well. It worked out incredibly well for them before, but they've gambled over towards A, and retaking in this setup could be very difficult.
Oh, Olymp does get the kill. Like I said, there is going to be some difficulty on this front. I think at this point, you just have to go for the save if you're 9. This is what they were playing into. If they can take at least this armor, they can upgrade it. If they, well, actually, they don't even need to upgrade it. What am I talking about there on the CT slide? But having at least an armor there, plus the pistols and the A1, you know, there could be worse situations on this front. If they can get any exit frags and any upgrades to guns, that'd be beautiful.
I think for all intents and purposes, this is a done and dusted round. And this has been good from Permitta. I mean, 2 rounds back-to-back where they're able to come out on top quite nicely. And the fact that Permitta, after losing 1 round, were forced down onto such an unfavorable bye says a lot about all of the preceding rounds. Like, Permitta have done well to try and just keep it as expensive as possible. And so they're able to capitalize quite nicely off the back of just 1 round win. Now they've won 2 in a row. They're stacked for cash. They're finally in a little bit of a comfortable position, although not too comfortable. Still at a massive round differential. But knowing that 9 aren't going to be able to buy into this round. Knowing that 9 are going to have to have next to nothing, really, to play with here. There's an opportunity to at least get to half of what 9's scoreline is. And from there, there's a possibility to pivot.
Pivot. Big opportunities. Can they do it? We'll see. Goofy is tagging down heavily. Killer goes down. I will say Key played a little bit too aggressive with the A1 in that last round. Losing that gun is going to be hugely detrimental going into this round. But you know what? Let's see if Minio can do anything here with the Deagle. He has an opportunity to. Utility is going to get thrown. He now has to play close and personal. You know, with a gun, not always favorable for this situation. Hades is going to be Hadass is going to be completely blinded. Unable to take that shot. Minio is going to be playing counter-aggressive. Spots out the player. Decides not to go into the shot because, well, he ran out of time. Now he's going to be stalking his prey. Looking to follow him down in towards Connector, I'd imagine. Making sure he's not hiding at any of these spots. This could be good time. This is a lot of good information for his teammates. He misses a shot. Oh no! That is so unfortunate. And now he has to just hide in the corner whilst they push him. He does a little bit of damage, but not enough. Goofy's going to fall. So his key last player is going to be a Hadass. And now, well, he's going to be able to find one. He's going to get pushed from behind. Then he has to try and run. Oh, he's going to... you know, trying to go for that kill. Fair enough to him, but you know, Take 9 is too strong.
Yeah, no gross, no scopes this time around, unfortunately. I think we more or less expected that Permitta would come. Oh, no. our production team are just terrible people. Just such terrible people.
Brutality.
Honestly. Yeah, so we expected Permitta to come up on top of that one. Well, I don't know about you. I was kind of hoping that they would. So yeah, good resurgence coming through here. Much better showing than what we'd seen on the previous map. Bearing in mind, of course, this is Nine's map pick. So for Permitta to be doing this well is pretty damn impressive.
Oh, Goofy with a headshot on Casey. Looking to get another one as well, but couldn't quite do it. Oilem completely blinded, but still gets a kill. Keep in mind, Hadas has an AWP. He's looking to shut them down. He finds one, but that's going to be all she wrote. Key misses the shot. ISO going to be putting an end to that life. Now Killer, last one left alive with Eagle and a Dream. 22-11 on the scoreboard. Oh no. Oh no, we're going to be seeing another Deagle replay situation on this front. He misses all but one shot, which ends up being a leg shot. And, well, Lane is able to get the kill.
Now, this is the real question. Or the real test, I suppose, for Permitta. Nine are able to buy in again. It's not a perfect buy. There are a lot of concessions made. Hades is going glass cannon. There's a lot of utility that they're not able to buy into. But it is still a buy. So Permitta, how they get through this round will be very telling for how this map might just, you know, end. Particularly because if they lose this round, we're on match point. So, you know, every round is crucial for Permitta.
Oh, Olim is going to be able to get the entry kill. Trade does come in. And you know what? Hamkey alive over Goofy. That's a solid trade I'd take every day. Obviously, you want to try and keep both of them alive, but Goofy did his job. Well, almost. Well, it's going to be a long play here. 4v4. Utility is lacking here, Sam, on the side of Nine. Though they have actually recovered a little bit more. Or no, maybe I'm imagining things. They have got 3 flashes, the smoke. I'll permit to doing the right thing here, playing a little bit slowed down.
I suppose you gotta show a little bit of respect. Can't be too hasty, too overly aggressive, particularly when you know that there's still an AWP on the field. But as you say, if they play it too slowly, they might catch themselves unawares. 2 shots getting traded there, but nothing connecting.
Oh, Badass is in a good position. He missed the shots. What is this?
Twice!
It's the first time we've really seen him miss anything. And Casey, he's not going to let him get away with that. Gets the kill. They don't even need the AWP. They just need to carry on pushing now over towards the A site. There's a player here. It's going to be Killer. He's a fantastic player. Finds the first kill. Looks to find the second one. He does it as well. 2 for 1. As the bomb is up being dropped. 10 seconds left on the clock. He gets the third kill. What is going on, SNX? It's you. You're alone. 7 seconds left on the clock and 2 players coming from behind. You have the AWP. Misses the no-scope.
Oh, bro, get me out.
I think Minio was shot by his own teammate there, actually.
No shot, they bring that back. That is ridiculous, man. Permitta, they start that so strong. They slow down, they show the respect, but taking a little bit too long. They can't get themselves in onto the site. They've given over too much time for Nine to start responding. And everything just crumbles. Match point here for Nine. Of course, Permitta off the back of winning quite a few rounds are still fine for money into this round. They're fine. No problems whatsoever. But if they lose here, economy is, of course, the last thing on their minds. Because that's it. They're done. They're down into the lower bracket. And, yeah, all hopes of progressing in the upper bracket done and dusted. Oh, man.
Well. Potentially the penultimate, well, not the ult, it's just the potential final round here. Killer, oh, takes a lot of damage. Potentially even death row, but he's going to stay alive somehow in this smoke for a couple of seconds longer. And that's going to be Hadas with his own kill. Flash going to be coming out as well. He's going to be able to go for the peek. He finds none because Minio has already killed that player. Turns around though, kills Olim over onto the site. It's going to be one left, and that is GG. Well played. Hadas's debut onto our screens in this lineup. Gets the kill. And, well, what an end result here for these two teams. Nine going to be able to walk away holding their heads very high. That was a fantastic performance on both the maps. They struggled a little bit on a couple of rounds here on the T side, but I mean, sorry, on their CT side, but you can't blame them. They did absolutely amazing.
Honestly, what a way for Hades